Hello, Amp Honors Program. I am back with not a clinical apprenticeship video anymore because we have kind of graduated past that course. We're now in our clerkships for this summer, and then I'll be in clerkship kind of in the same schedule as the clinical apprenticeship this upcoming year. M2 year now. I can say I'm an M2, so when I walk in the patient's room, I get to introduce myself as M2, which is kind of cool. So with that, we are in clinic. I'm personally in clinic 3 days a week, and then we have one other day a week that's didactic learning. So it's kind of team-based stuff. We do a lot of case vignettes, they're called. We do a lot of other just kind of learning. It's kind of system-based a little bit more. And we had, we had dermatology last week. We got to learn how to do some different sutures on some pig's feet. And we also just learned about a bunch of the common kind of skin lesions, the difference between like papules, vacuoles, all those ool words. Oh, and then our other one was a respiratory ENT. I'm recording this on a Monday. I'm gonna do last week's kind of cases. I'm gonna try to do this week by week. I'm gonna do last week's cases now because I was gonna do them last week after my last day in clinic, but I had such a busy, we had a meeting right after, and another meeting after that, so I just didn't, it was dark out already. I didn't want to record a video, and I waited until now because I still got to look spiffy for you guys on the platform. So it's just after clinic on Monday now, and then later this week I'll record another video similar to this on this week's kind of happenings and cases and so forth. Last week, Wednesday was my first day actually in clinic. Monday we had orientation, and Tuesday the team-based learning stuff. It was a way different experience. So I'm in family medicine this first month. A lot of my classmates are in different places. Some are in OB-GYN, some are in inpatient pediatrics, some are in surgery, and I'll get to all those eventually too, but we just all have different schedules because there's only so many preceptors. Wednesday was a little different, and Wednesdays for my preceptor are all a little bit different because she does nursing home kind of rotations. She's got 3 nursing homes that she kind of goes to every Wednesday. We just kind of went room to room. We didn't have like a computer next to us or anything like that. So it was a really mostly fast-paced day. I think we saw like 23 patients or something like that. And sometimes it's just kind of status quo, and they're doing just as well as they were the previous month, and sometimes they've had a lot of changes or they have a lot of complaints, and those kind of take a little longer, but it usually balances out as far as time goes. So the most interesting case of the day last week on Thursday was a older guy. He was 65 years old. He was rear-ended. He had just bought a brand new Tesla. He was really excited to have it. I think he said he had only like just over 3,000 miles on it, and he got rear-ended by a truck going unknown speed. He wasn't sure. He said he was turning, and I don't know if the truck driver was distracted or what, but he was rear-ended, and he sustained a T9 fracture as well, and he had a head laceration on the parietal temporal line, kind of right here, kind of on the corner. So that had 10 staples in it. He was wearing a back brace because of the T9 fracture, but he said he doesn't have to wear the back brace. It was removable. He sometimes doesn't sleep with it on, but it's just, sometimes it helps with the comfort, just having like a little added pressure and keeping him in the right spot. The headlack had staples in it, which I got to remove, which is my first time removing staples. It was way easier than I thought. It was just kind of a little, I'll put a picture of it here, but it's like a little 3-prong thing, and you get under the staple, which is easier than I thought it would be, thankfully. And then you just kind of clip it down, and then it like wings the staple out so that it comes out of the head or out of the skin really easily. So thankfully that wasn't painful for him, and it wasn't painful for me, causing pain on him. That was pretty cool. His exam, I should mention this. So his exam was, he had a negative Romberg test, but his tandem Romberg test was positive. So that, and I'll try to put a picture here if I can find a good one, but essentially a Romberg test is you stand feet are shoulder width apart, you put your hands out kind of in front of you, and you just close your eyes, and if you can stay kind of balanced in the right spot, then it's a negative test. It's positive if you lose your balance and we got to catch you, or if you just got to like move your feet to catch yourself. So the tandem Romberg test, the only variation, it's just kind of a step up in difficulty. You put one foot in front of the other and you do the same thing. So eyes closed, palms up, and you close your eyes. And so that one, he couldn't stay standing up straight. He also had a Dix Hallpike maneuver. He was positive for that too when looking to the left. So he was having some dizziness. So this is a way to check if it's an inner ear problem. So you're sitting up kind of on the table, on the exam table, and you lay down quickly and you look to one side or the other. And if you do that and you experience dizziness, and it'll often precipitate the dizziness feeling that you have been feeling, then it's a positive test. So he tried to look to the left, and then you could even see it in his eyes. His eyes just went like this, and then he said, "Yes, I felt really dizzy." So that's a Dix Hallpike maneuver, and that was positive as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, and that was it. That was it for last week. I have a note from today's, but I'm not going to get into that now. I'll save that for the end of this week now, because I'm trying to get these out every week, like I said. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely enjoying my time getting to the clinic a little more. It's all the hard work of this past year has been paying off a little bit. I still have like so much to learn, like an insane amount to learn, and I probably won't ever learn it all. And that's the thing, lifelong learning in medicine. So, but either way, it's really exciting to see a lot more of this stuff in clinic, because that's ultimately where we want to be, obviously. So super cool. I'm really excited to share with you guys some more stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you hopefully a week after you're watching this one.